welcome back to another video. Alright, so what I got here is the YardMastery Summer Stress Blend. Now why do I have it? It's because I guess summer came early. We didn't really have much of a spring. It was cold and then it was suddenly really hot. So we've had now like a week and a half, 2 weeks of like high 80s, low to mid 90s with very high humidity. It's just been really hot. So I didn't want to risk it and hurt anything by throwing down some high nitrogen fertilizer, which we all know that should not be applied to stressed out turf. But what I wanted to mention is, as you can see, this is 7020. So 7% nitrogen, 0% phosphorus, and 20% potassium. Now, Oncology just did a really good video on potassium. And potassium availability in lawns, and you know where you're going to have high potassium, low potassium, blah blah blah. And now I can't even seem to remember the whole video, but I don't remember if he mentioned that. I mentioned this, but potassium is really good for helping your grass recover from stress. Because if you remember, the first number of nitrogen is up, second number is down, third number is all around. What that means is it's just provides some overall health benefits for grass. So what is stressed turf? Well, I got a couple examples here. Well, I got a couple befores and a good example of currently stressed. So let's take a look at that. Okay, real quick. This grass has been, I don't know if you can tell, but listen. Well, it's crispy, but it's been scalped in a couple spots, a lot like this, all over the place. And then it got mowed down to like 2.5 inches from 4.5 inches. So that is stressed. As you can see, it's not happy. Let me do a pan. Look at this. That is not happy turf. And this little spot right here is unrelated to that, but this is still a good stress point, although yeah, actually it is recovering. Normally what I would do for this, probably when this occurred, is just dump a bunch of humic on it. Not a bunch, but you know, spray some humic on it with some water. I didn't have any available. I still don't. I gotta get some, but that's what I would do for that. But as you can see, this turf is not looking good. And the story about that's for another day. But another example real quick. Okay, this is more for a before, because this is the front after 1 inch of rain and then like a pretty cool day following. This is the cool day. It's only 85 or so degrees right now at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, so that is how this looks right now after rain. This is going to dramatically change over the next couple days. And let's look at one specific grass type to get an idea of what that looks like. Okay, so a really grass type that's really easy to see stress in is tall fescue. As you can see, I'm sharpening my blades there. But the reason that it's really easy to see some stress, and let me see if I can't find an example right now. Unfortunately, it just rained too much. No, I can't find any examples, but do you notice the width of the blade here? I don't know how in focus this is, and I apologize if it's bad. The width of the blade there. So, what tall fescue does when it starts to get heat or drought stressed is it begins to curl that blade in. To see how now it's not that wide down here, over here, you know. It starts to curl that blade in, and this will start to do that because I've removed it. So if I curl it, it'll stay there. See, now it's like a pin or a needle, and they might even call it needling. I don't know, but that's a really good way to tell if you have tall fescue, if it's stressed. So that's what stressed turf looks like. And like I said, I'll show you the before and after of these ones, you know, when we get there. So hold on. All right, let me apologize for the wind. I don't have my good mic on right now. I'll fix that later, but this is like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 days after that first little bit I filmed. Here's the kind of scalped area. Doesn't look all that bad, but if you get close, you'll see just how dry a lot of it is. And then let's go over to the other part. You can really see just how stressed this turf is. A lot of big dry chunks. I mean, look at this. This is like the best looking part because it's right next to the downspout. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the tall fescue, since that's what I pointed out specifically last time. Let me find a good blade here. Oh, here's a good example. See how that's curling? And a lot of this is kind of doing that curling thing. See, I do have clay that's been amended a lot. So a lot of this is holding a lot of moisture from the last rain we got. So it's not as good of an example as I was hoping, but it still is hot, let me tell you. It's been about 90 for pretty much the entire time since the last time I filmed. It was 90 for like 4 or 5 days before that. So yeah, you can really see all this heat and drought stress coming through here. So I'm gonna fix that. Well, not really. And I say not really because this stuff and stuff like it is not designed to stop stress. It's not suddenly watering your lawn for you. It's not suddenly lowering the heat, or whatever it may be, whatever recovery you're trying to look at here. It's designed to help cope with it. So when you add stuff like this to your lawn, and then also eventually when the temps do go down, or it does start to rain, or you do irrigate or whatever, then it's going to help your grass, turf, just combining words, recover better. So that's what this stuff is designed for. It's not designed to stop the stress. It's just designed to help with it. So I'm going to start filling my spreader. Alright. Big bug flying around. Alright. Well, you may have already seen it, but I did a dumb video about this stuff. I don't know if you saw it, but it's got a lot of stuff. It's got a whole bunch of micros. It's got tons of potassium, which is the whole point. It's a 7020. If you throw this down at bag rate, which bag rate is 3 pounds per 1,000, then I think you're getting, what, 0.2-ish pounds of nitrogen. And each one of these bags is going to cover 6,666 square feet. Let's take a look at this stuff. It's pretty interesting looking. Ooh. Smells like success. Look at that. So since I have 12,000 square feet, I'm going to use almost 2 full bags. I'm just going to put down 2 full bags. And here's the spreader settings. I think mine is going to be the same as a EdgeGuard DLX, because I think the DLX replaced the Pro. I thought the Elite did, but the Elite, I don't know. I'm just going to put it at 5.25. Yeah, this stuff is like it's like if you left Milorganite at the zoo for a couple weeks. That's what it smells like. It is not unpleasant. There's something about it that's really nice. And it looks so weird. It looks like a weird spice blend, like some sort of like, I don't know, spice blend, whatever. Okay, so there's 5 1/4. So I've been trying to do that whole put it down half rate one direction and then go the opposite, or go north south and then east west with the other rate. But considering it is not only very windy, but also it's, like I said, it's like 90 degrees out and very humid, I'm not going to do that. In fact, because it is so windy, I'm afraid my tripod's going to fall over. Right now it's protected between my 2 garages, but out there, right now it's not really gusty. I don't even know if you can see, but it's getting so gusty. So I'm just going to make this disappear. Like, let's see if I can do one of those. Okay, did I do it? Did I line it up right? I don't care, I'm exhausted. So, in case you're wondering, that hill really sucks. I don't even know if there's this video I tried to give you a look at it, but that's honestly one reason that liquids are better. Just because it's much easier to walk on that hill when you're not trying to put some pep in your step to get the spreader moving and stuff. Oh, it sucks. So, like I said, I got about 12,000 square feet, give or take. I think it's leaning more towards 12,000 plus, just barely though. So, 2 bags of Summer Stress Blend will cover, each one covers 6,666. You do the math. I think I got the right amount left over. And something I was just thinking about is, I don't know how I'm going to show you the results of this, just because it's likely that my grass will recover anyway. I mean, we're expecting rain tomorrow, which, by the way, we were supposed to get this watered in 12 to 24 hours after application. Or, I'm sorry, 24 to 48 hours after application. So I'm supposed to be getting rain tomorrow morning. It's now the 17th, 6 o'clock p.m. Sorry, I'm still catching my breath, man. So it's going to get watered in. And then, of course, that rain is really going to make the grass perk up a little too. So the combination of them is really going to help. Anyway, I'm tired, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.